All right, Curie. Well, we've got a little bit of time before the game starts, so about a minute 50. So we can have a bit of a look at the map. This is a Rosbone map, and as you can see just on the screen right now from the overview, it's actually very symmetrical. I really like this. In the north, you've got kind of like fuel victory point munitions, and then on the south, you've got exactly the same thing, which I really like. VPs directly down the center of the map also like, and then just this ring of strategic points in the center. I actually like it. It's a busy map. There's a lot of strategic points and stuff right outside the base, so I actually think that's good for resource income. It shouldn't be too hard to get, thus we should see everyone tech very quickly and properly, which is really cool. And also what I really like is you can just see there's this one road down the center, so there's going to be a lot of like central vehicle engagements, and just having all the little roads around it mean actually very quick vehicle play in what's a kind of fairly close range map, I think. And we haven't actually cast a game at this point, so interesting to see how it's going to play out for the first time. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. If you actually have a look at the design of the map, it's quite open. There's actually a lot of sight blockers, but the map is still very open, so it's kind of like you have these open pockets and then you can't really see what's around it. I like that. I like that a lot. Lots of medium cover, and these roads don't look like they're negative cover at all, so that's nice. It's not going to be too brutal when retreating when retreating down. The game's about to start. So I know some of you had a long wait just whilst we tried to fix Curie's PC. So fortunately we can't have Curie casting live in OBS mode, but if Curie you wanted to watch the Twitch stream and just add some bits.
Don't worry, I will.
That's cool. All right, let's go. Hello everybody and welcome to our third game of this best of 5 series. We have, playing on the west side of Belgorod, a new map by Rosbone, we have the Angry Dutchman playing as the Soviets, and his teammate Elpern also playing as the Soviets. This team playing exactly what they played as allies last time. They're going to be up against Siberian playing as the Austere in the east, and his teammate VonIvan again also playing the same loadout as game 1, picking the same commanders instantly, and so we might.
He loves that commander so much. He loves that commander so much.
Hey, it's a good commander actually. Yeah.
It is a good commander, definitely, and I absolutely have the feeling that he can definitely pull it through. I think that one of his major mistakes in the first game was that losing that looks so fast, and that was like 60 fuel basically into the bin right away, you know.
Yeah.
So, we will see if we can actually make this happen. And Angry Dutchman interestingly goes for the other commander, the other ISU commander, the same as Siberian went for. Do you think that that one is stronger with the shock troops?
Not 100% sure, to be honest. I mean, Shocks actually did very well on the previous map, Duclair. Here, I think actually they will do well because you've got a lot of line of sight blockers on this map, and you know, Shocks with smoke, they'll be able to go around. They should be able to negate a lot of MG42 play if we see it here. And there's a lot of opportunities for them to kind of jump from out of cover positions and line of sight blockers, and then very, very good at close range. Will do a lot of damage, so I think it's a good choice, actually. Right at the start here, Elpern and the Angry Dutchman, they're trying to force away this MG42. And it's a really good setup there from Siberian. He's backed up by VonIvan in the center. That's a good Axis start.
No. I have to run both conscripts there. Interesting is that we have seen no snipers. I mean, wouldn't it be a sniper against conscript? I mean, maybe that's the reason why we don't see any sniper, because conscript doesn't make so much sense.
Not 100% sure, to be honest, but I think where you have I think when you have a lot of roads like this, the snipers are less common because they can be flanked easily and fast as well. Scout car will be very fast here. I'm not sure if that's entirely the reason.
Is that sandbag built from the Volkswagen a BM or what? Like in front of the enemy. Like, guys, stop shooting. Let's build some sandbags in front of the enemy. Again, VonIvan Siberian, great start. Great start.
This is a very good start.
Yes.
Angry Dutchman there is actually trying to remove barbed wire. Of course, when you're doing that, you're taking more damage whilst you're repairing or removing wire. Yeah. So actually, lost a couple of models there he really shouldn't have. And as you said, very rocky start. We're seeing Elpern. He's been dropping in some support. Actually, where did he drop those two? Can't actually see.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
So at the moment, after being pushed back, this may actually be advantageous for the Allies, especially in the early game. They can just come back with a really vile amount of conscript squads, which they are doing. Sturm Pioneers here are trying to lay shoe mines, and they've just been spotted by Elpern. So actually, when I say they've just been spotted, I hope he spotted them. I'd be upset if he if he triggers the shoe mine now. It looks like he's going to avoid that.
Definitely side. This could be Volkswagen. Should be fine. Should survive. Again, very good start by the Axis. Again by VonIvan and Siberian. And again, Angry Dutchman with the two. Go ahead.
Sorry, Curry. No, sorry, you carry on.
No, I just said interesting as Angry Dutchman goes for tier 2 with like 2 Maxims. So that is a difference. And as I said in the last, when VonIvan Siberian played, Soviets, that was like because they went heavy conscript method or heavy conscript build.
I mean, actually, when they played this the first time around, it was a very strong composition, arguably stronger than when Siberian and VonIvan played it in game 2. So actually, I think they're probably doing the right thing. Allies here, actually, they've got some clever play going on here. They're using a lot of the medium cover and green cover to kind of flank around, get grenadiers in bad positions, and just work their way up the map. You can even see here Maxim very far up the field. The mortar, I think, just revealed itself with a shot there, so Maxim will be able to suppress it, I think. Just. And actually gets the suppression on the Pioneers as well. So Allies, that's one of the problems, I think. When you get a good start with Axis, you're very flankable. And it's very good for Allies. They'll have a lot of conscripts in the start. Provided that they use the line of sight blockers all over the map correctly, they'll be able to get around the back and cause problems. That's exactly what they're doing right now. Siberian, got to be careful of his mortar. Very early mortar, actually.
Yep. But the Angry Dutchman also has a mortar. Early, pretty early. Oh no, there's 2 on the field by Siberian, so... And Angry Dutchman and Elpern, nice recovery, and they have the full south.
We'll see how it goes. Actually, the presence of the 2-2-2 here is really good. Obviously, Axis having that resource lead at the start, they're trying to capitalize on that, and getting the right tech out fast is very important. I'm surprised actually that VonIvan's gone for a Puma, because I would have thought the Lukes would be better, and I think he went for a Lukes in game 1.
Yeah, and he lost it so fast, so yeah.
Yeah, so it's I'm not sure why the Puma was the choice here with this kind of resource lead. Could have had both.
Or you just go for fast, just save the kill for fast. Could also be pretty good against the Siska and 2 Maxim, a mortar. Could also be pretty good.
There's also a very good defense, by the way. You see that Elpern was trying to go very deep for a decap, a full decap on the left-hand side of the map, and he was so close to getting it. But VonIvan was just there holding the point with the Puma.
Emergency repair.
Yeah, I actually think that Sib and VonIvan here have maybe slightly given up a bit of a lead that they had from the start of the game. Scout car goes down to a huge shot from the Zis gun. That's a really, really nice early game pickup. Very unfortunate for Sib. Now, actually, Axis have lost a lot of their anti-infantry mobile capability. So,
Oh, by the way, VonIvan has lost his Sturmfan here.
yeah, I can see actually. Didn't see it go down, but
it is that, so it's also a pretty big loss there.
every single game actually. This is the third game where around 9 minutes I have said VonIvan's lost the first unit. You know, it's an actual statistic now. We see tripwire flares that have been on the southern VP. Really like that. And some mines here. Taking 2 models. It's so good to actually have this early on in the game, because early on in the game is where you have like the majority of teching going on. So if you're like harassing your opponent's manpower by laying mines, tripwire flares, which can be recon and knockout a model, I mean, like, it's really do you know what I mean? These are huge huge manpower losses for allies, right? Sorry, for Axis right at the start. And they want to be spending that money on teching, getting the better units out, getting the units out that they need. Instead, they're just going to have to be reinforcing and retreating off the front lines. Nevertheless, they've got pretty good map control right now. 3 VPs, so they're close to knocking allies under 400. MG42's got to be really careful here, as there's going to be a Zis gun barrage and 2 squads of conscripts with the SVTs coming around to contend. That's a clear sign to retreat there.
Question will be if one goes now for the walking sticker, he has enough fuel.
The HQ has been
Trying to
upgraded.
see that, but
Medium
I don't
armor
think so.
and rocket artillery
Oh.
is now available.
Elpern's army is pretty small, 28 top cap on him only. Did he lose a lot of stuff? I haven't seen it.
We are losing a sector.
Okay, could you check what VonIvan is building? I'm pretty sure he's building a walking sticker.
He is, yep. Stuka's coming in at
Yeah,
the moment.
yeah.
They've got to be very, very careful with this. It's actually a shame the scout car went down, because they're going to need something, you know, something recon to basically tell when conscripts are going to flank them. You know, they need early warning. They cannot go down to an AT grenade or any kind of frontline AT gun. It would be catastrophic. You see Siberian is just leaning into a heavy infantry army here. 2 MG42s, 4 grenadiers. But this time he's actually gone for LMG-34s in game 1. He'd gone for German infantry doctrine. He had G43s on the units and was a bit better on the move at kind of like short to medium range. Now he's going for long range. And I think that means he's going to be playing slightly different infantry strategy. This is great flanking with flame pioneers from the south. He's got to avoid the shock troopers, but if he's lucky and can keep the range, he can just get bursts of fire off to weaken the health and then retreat. And that's actually very, very useful to bring the health of the stormtroopers. Sorry, the shock troops.
Shock troopers,
you know, down enough so that other infantry can deal with them. VonIvan's
Interesting
about
is
to
that,
use a Volksgrenadier squad in the north. Careless, really careless. You've got to think, what else is VonIvan looking at right now? There is nothing else on the front lines. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah. That is like his big weaknesses. Interesting is that
Big weakness
now
is awareness.
no, I mean,
His big
it
weakness
is
is
like,
just playing the game.
no, I would say that is like one of his things. But I mean, interesting is that now Angry Dutchman and Elpern have the south fuel, which is the fuel from the other side, you know, and it's vice versa, you know. That is quite funny now. By the way, we have a T-70 coming out, and Siberian is going for SDK, the support car, whatever it's called. I forgot the name now.
You mean the half track?
The half track. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah, half track.
Yeah.
I was like,
No.
no, it's not. It's not that cool. What is it
I
called?
like this. He's not actually using it as a flamer half track. He's actually transporting a machine gun and the Pioneer with the flamethrower. This is brilliant. This is actually really, really good.
But what is he doing with it now? What is his plan?
Well, I think the plan
Oh,
actually
there's
is
a
to
mine.
just... Oh, by the
Oh,
way,
yep.
great hit from the Stuka. Forces away a Maxim with 3 mod losses. Wipes a Soviet Zis gun completely. That's just the kind of
Nice.
comeback that they
Wow.
need.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way, transporting Pioneers and MG42 is amazing because you know Pioneers, of course, have a big sight range for an infantry unit. They'll be spotting for the MG42. Plus, he has repairs, which you can see for the half track. So it's smart play. He knows he's going to come over mines. So yeah, actually, I really like that. It's good from Sid.
Okay, yeah. Some good old classic gameplay. And now finally the Puma has something to do, fighting the T70.
Yeah.
I would have gone in one's place. I would have gone for the Walker first and then go for the T, because I mean he knew that the T70 is late. So. But yeah.
It's nice and incendiary there on top of the crew was slightly ahead of the AT gun, so it was able to be pushed back. We do have AT grenades on the conscripts. But they're just hanging around this line of sight blocker, just waiting for the Puma, and that's a really good positioning. I actually love this because it means the Puma just can't get close to get the shots it needs on the T70. T70's just got the ability to fire at everything in the center uncontested, but VonIvan's finally got his infantry to the front lines. They're going to be going in
again by Axis.
Good observation.
Sorry.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
I can talk too much if you don't cut me off.
Sorry, I always have the feeling I cut you off.
It's fine, honestly. Once again, by the way, on the southern side, Siberian just playing a very good strategy game here. He's actually got a telemine just to the left of the VP, so that if the T70 does come down to try and deal with the half track, obviously that will go down to the single telemine. Very well placed. This T70 is much more focused on the north side. We have a Stuka barrage coming in. What a good one, right?
Good mid game by Axis there. I mean, this is a big difference there. Oh, look at Stuka again.
300 points remaining. Increase your new anti-tank gun has arrived.
Alright, looks like we got the first T-34 on the field, so medium to late game armor is now arriving. VonIvan's actually bringing out an SWS truck. We don't have anything from Sib at the moment, but he's going to go for second Pioneers, which makes me think he's probably just going to focus on repairing Von's stuff. This is actually really good axis control. And the presence of the mortar has been really good. I don't think we've given enough credit to the mortar here. Because it's really good against the Maxims to drop the smoke. And it's actually really good at just, it keeps the Maxims moving around and retreating. It's a manpower harassment, so I like that a lot.
What is one interesting thing is that Siberian doesn't go for Panzergrenadier, because I think that Panzergrenadier and Grenadier, is such a good combo, because the Grenadier is on long range, Panzergrenadier is more mid-range and short range, so a lot of people do that, so that is also...
There's actually a mine up here. I don't, look, what the... Oh, that's so unfortunate. The mine even wiped out one of the crew members of the Pack 40.
Oh.
Pioneer's got to be really careful here that he doesn't lose that last man on the squad. Machine gun goes down. Smoke is dropped on the Pack 40. Actually, he's going to recrew the MG42 with shocks. That's going to be a very good MG42. Highly armored. I mean, it's expensive to reinforce, and you have to be careful of those things, because what you recrew something with is an important choice. You have to make sure that whatever unit you use to recrew, is it better armored, does it have a better sight range? Pioneers are normally good for machine guns. Coincidentally, Helping Hands is a really good online tutorial for this kind of thing. If anybody doesn't do that and they're interested. Tons of resources out there to learn.
Goes for second shock. It's very infantry heavy. Extremely anti-infantry heavy. Like he has 3 MGs, 1 mortar, 2 conscripts, 2 shock troops, 1 AT gun. Big army there from Angry Dutchman.
Where we just had a Stuka, I think it was on the north. Not very effective.
Yeah, I think against Elpern mostly. I think it's now Siberian versus Angry Dutchman and Elpern versus VonIvan.
Oh, that's a huge hit. I think VonIvan was actually on top of one of his own mines then when he got hit, causing the detonation. He's actually very susceptible right now to the T-70 or even just a Faust from the conscripts. T-70 has to make the final shot here. It's just out of view. VonIvan's so lucky. So lucky there. And yeah, I think he was just on top of one of his own mines here. We've still got, I think one of the telemines in the south was decrewed. We have got another one though by Siberian. Angry Dutchman does have minesweepers around, so possible we're not going to see anything come of those mines. Elpern is using the T-34, really good chance right now. There's absolutely nothing there protecting Tier 4. Taking that down will be a huge deal as it is upgraded with the Panzerschwerer upgrade. So
no AT gun, no.
There's nothing. He's got nothing except the Puma.
Oh my god.
And he's got a smoke actually. I mean, he's got smoke on the Puma. I'd be using that. I need the ground attack. This is an interesting one to watch. Angry Dutchman at the same time has just gone in and robbed an MG42.
Oh my god, he has another one.
Yes, four MGs now.
4 MGs, 2 Maxims, and 2 MG42s.
But hey, whilst that's good for allies, I mean, actually, they're nearly under 200 VPs 20 minutes into the game, so Axis have a lot of time to recuperate and get back on top of things. Good bait of the grenade from Siberian before retreating. Always good to waste your opponent's resources that way. You just see a telemine just detected here by the engineers. Angry Dutchman straight on top of that.
Rumbar coming out for...
This is amazing. Sorry, Kiri, I just have to point this out. The Stuka just landed a shot. And I think it actually activated a tripwire flare. I just want to see... Oh, but the tripwire flare doesn't actually give the sight. That's interesting. I was thinking that would be unfortunate, but apparently it didn't do that. Clopped up Volkswagen is a terrible idea. In the center. I'm surprised he's leaving them like that. For that reason. Run bear out for Sib.
Coming from Elpern.
Very interesting. Like, Soviets are not really hammering down the armor like we saw on the Duclair map. Like this time it's looking like they're going a bit more for long range. So I think Katyusha is actually not a bad choice. But with all these machine guns, I mean, there's a total of 8 machine guns at the moment. Sorry, 6 machine guns for the allies. I mean, they can pretty much lock down every part of the map versus infantry. And just
the only counter they have
Stuka shots.
Working Stuka. Yep.
Exactly. And the Brumbar, obviously.
Brumbar.
Brumbar is by the way, excellent against the shock troops. This is a great counter unit. A really, really good choice from Sib. Sib's just playing strategically very well right now. Great attack. Retreating.
VonIvan has a Panzer IV out. Now Axis have their tanks out as well.
I was expecting that to be a huge Stuka shot. There were 2 squads there and they didn't even move. Unfortunately though, I think maybe the shots somehow deflected by the green cover, so not a great deal of damage. Allies have somehow managed to stop the VPs draining below 200. They've done a good job at keeping hold of it for a while. There's that first shot from the Katusha. Right on top of the Volksgrenadiers. And it's a long range shot. The Volksgrenadiers are able to just move out of the way of this. Sib's invested a lot of his munitions in minefields in this game. In fact, they've just been discovered here. But he's just trying to stop the shock troops from constantly diving into the front lines. It's actually a very good strategy. T-34 can be fairly helpless against the Rumba. Not really able to penetrate often, but he has got a Zis gun in support. I like this as well. I just want to point out Sib is building medical supply bunkers in his teammate's base so that VonIvan doesn't have to worry about healing and can also...
Yeah, that is so important.
Yeah, like good teamwork like that is crucial, and I always want to see that from 2v2 teams. So, credit to Sib. We just hear Siberian has unlocked Jaeger armor doctrine. He's going to go for the elephant.
He goes for the elephant on this map, interesting. Well, I'm not sure about this map, to be honest, to go elephant, but okay.
It's possible he won't use it. Possible,
yeah, it's possible recon.
But it looks like he is saving up for it at the moment. He has tier 4, he's not making a selection of Panther, so perhaps that will be the choice. Stuka, perfectly lined up. And actually he's going to wipe a Maxim and an AT gun, leaving one Zis gun completely in the open. T-34 getting close is actually not a good idea at all because of the Faust. I think the Faust actually bugged then. VonIvan has got to spring into action here. I think he knows it's around. He's trying to take a long route around. He can also get the Katusha if he's here. This could be a beautiful play. There is a snare though. He chooses to go for the Puma. To go for the T-34. It doesn't work, and there we go. Great play from the Zis. It's going to take VonIvan down. He had heat rounds, but it didn't do the work. VonIvan also losing a Volksgrenadier squad to a Maxim close range. And this is tragic play. He had a great opportunity, and it just fell to pieces. Actually, right now, this game is kind of resting on Siberian. He's actually had to go for the Panther. I don't think they can use the elephant. They need something a bit more mobile. They'll just get flanked at this rate. Here's the ISU. Been on the field for a minute or so. They're just using the ISU at the moment to, I think, ground attack the minefield. It's gonna be so hard now for it's gonna be so hard for Axis to push anything on that.
He stopped the elephant. He stopped the Panther. Maybe I think he will go snap the elephant.
That's an interesting choice. I
Goes
guess
for a second pack body.
VonIvan isn't so far away from getting a Panther of his own, so I think they can maybe rely on the composition for the moment. Because Stuka hits are absolutely critical right now, and that one performed poorly. We have to remember, by the way, Angry Dutchman and Elpern have that golden combination of RAM and rockets, which the rockets are available. So, you know, VonIvan just can't play that Panzer IV too far up the field. It would be eliminated so fast.
One goes for a Yak Panther.
That's not a bad choice, actually.
I think one has to rebuild kind of his infantry, his strengths.
This Panzerschwerer is actually penetrating the T-34 at range, so might be the savior. Su-85, and it's got vision against the Panzerschwerer, but it hasn't seen the Pak-40 that's just setting up.
The Stuka nearly died, by the way. Look at the health of the Stuka. I don't
How
know
did
what
that happen?
happened there.
Sorry, Kiri, I missed
I
that.
don't know. I don't know.
Apologies for missing that. I think it was the rockets, actually. I think they were strafing one, actually.
Maybe.
The ISU is just, it is like the perfect support weapon. And the range that it's getting, huge range there from all the units around it. This is a terrible idea. This Jagdpanzer 4, it takes the snare. Fortunately, the rockets are on cooldown right now. Another shot with the Panzer 4 might actually work though. Oh, and it misses! It misses! This Panzer 4 is so close to getting a snare on it. And the last shot doesn't penetrate. VonIvan is so unlucky. So unlucky. Actually here that we're dropping a... Completely didn't see that. I don't know where that landed. Sounded like I was in the right place, but apparently not. Stuka on the retreat. Very ineffective. Obviously in the Katusha. That's a really good Katusha shot. Gonna take down the Pak-40, force the retreat on the Stern Pioneers. Now there's nothing to repair the Panzerschwerer. Axis had such a good start to this game. And now look, 152 VPs. We'd have a triple cap from allies for like the last 5 minutes. Elephant is now in the field as well. Everything's just repairing.
This elephant needs to carry hard now, but I don't know. This is going to be very
they're
tough.
Struggle. They're really going to struggle.
Gonna struggle. Yeah. Especially now
what's
because
this?
of
Wait, what's this? What is this on the top VP? Oh, conscript was stuck behind the green cover.
Ah.
Yeah, the rest of the squad had returned to base ages ago. Nice from Brumba. Bunker buster there trying to deal with the is this gun. Love the use of the ability.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
Stuka here. Top that maxing. And trying to pick off the retreating conscripts. That's a great shot from VonIvan. Picks up the conscript squad. I think we just saw a rocket strafe. Actually, no, it's a Fab 40 drop. Yeah, IL-2 precision strike, sorry. This is dangerous. T-34 from Elpern, I think, is going to go down here. That's a misplay. Although he could just be roaring out the Jagdpanzer 4.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Elephant's also just been revealed, which I don't know if they were intending that to remain hidden for a while. Veteran C2 on the Su-85, so it now has more penetration. It's going to be good actually against the Jagdpanzer 4 on the side, so we're probably going to win those engagements toe to toe. Actually, we see recon being used from Sib. Using the recon to try and get eyes on some of the tanks there. For the elephant. Oh! This T-34, I think I heard it try to ram, but it didn't. Great shot from the elephant. Beautiful shot behind the lines from the Stuka. Somehow, like Axis are holding this together quite well. There's still minefields going up from Sib. He's just trying to protect himself constantly from the shock troops from Angry Dutchman, just to make sure that they're not flanking the lines constantly. You see Sib here is also just trying to spread his units out to make sure they don't get wiped in one shot from the ISU now. Elephant versus ISU now. And this is a very, very good Austin combination. Rumbear and Elephant. And he's still got the half track to reinforce the front lines.
I think now what he really needs is well, he has low packs, so maybe a pack 40 or something.
So tragic that I even can't afford the Faust of the T-34 right now. Such a crucial time. His resources have been going elsewhere. Every time the T-34 kind of pokes its head in, you realise like VonIvan just has to back out because he's so afraid of the ram and rocket combo. More recon coming in for Sib as he moves forward with the Elephant. Von's about to lose another Vox Grenadier. Always so late on the retreats. Actually, somehow that turned around. Elpern loses the conscript. And now after a pretty long battle, it's Elpern who's starting to lose the squads. But they have 200 VPs on the Allied side. 50 VPs are remaining for the Axis. So something big has to happen now. And I think somehow they're actually managing to orchestrate this.
Others have double fuel. I mean, that is also something that they have to think about.
They're losing too much.
Yeah, at the moment the others are losing a lot. And the Axis armor is getting some nice veterans.
T-34 goes down to that Jagdpanzer 4. This is actually really good work. A lot of the time when Axis, you know, when they actually like suppressed on VPs and they've got barely any left, they start to get reckless, right? Most players are like, oh, what do I do? And I've got to rush everywhere. Sib and VonIvan are actually working together as a team here. They're playing very calm, like they're playing very slow. And that's exactly what was needed. They're doing so well. Rumbar is about to hit Vet 3, 24 kills. And Sib, again, like, he's playing very good. Like, he's about to build a bunker in the center, you know, which is going to just draw fire from the ISU. And just make it harder to get that VP in the middle. I like it. I like it a lot.
That Vet 2 Rumbar, when it's like Vet 2, it's so hard to do it. So that's...
Rockets in the north. Panzer 4. Finally, VonIvan has a bit of luck against these. Actually, Jagdpanzer 4 just went down in the north to Ziskan, and VonIvan's going to have to dive on that straight away. Get another one. Here's the ISUs just trying to target the bunker. Wait,
Elpern lost all his armor? Wow.
Elpern's lost everything. Yeah, it's been...
Elpern lost everything, wow. Siberian has a Panzerwerfer now that is very, very, very good unit against what they are going to face. So this looks good for Axis in my opinion now. They are not making any big mistakes. They need to kind of cap a few now because allies are getting double fuel.
I mean, actually, the same strategy is needed here as what Siberian and Von have just done. Allies have just got to hold the front line, you know, like work on, you know, just getting sight of the ISU, wipe the models down, and you know, don't lose anything, and just build that army back up so that they can play again. VonIvan's actually salvaging the wreckages of the T-34s there. Just trying to build up more and more fuel for his vehicle arsenal.
VonIvan has rebuilt the Jagdpanzer, so that's good for him.
Okay, check out this T-34 on the right-hand side. I'm pretty sure we're about to see an epic flank, and he's going to go for the Panzerwerfer and the Stuka, no doubt. He's also got a rocket strafing run, so actually they could work this together very, very well. He's got to be patient, which it looks like he is. There are units, though, coming on the right-hand side, so this could be foiled if he doesn't move quickly, so it's a gamble. Any second now it's going to get spotted. Of course, it's also on hold fire. It's going to have to retreat, wasted opportunity. This is a great Panzerwerfer shot, right on top of 2 AT guns. Max range, not able to do so much damage. Did the Katyusha go down? Oh, that was to the Stuka. The Katyusha went down to the Stuka.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. That was a good pickup. Oh, look. The Angry Dutchman has 100 pop cap, and look at his shock troops. Those are not going to be fun.
I think, to be honest, his shock troops have been costing him too much manpower in this game. I think he'll be happy that he doesn't have to
Yay! I don't have to use you. Found the reason not to use you guys.
He's got a T-34 Angry Dutchman on the right-hand side. He's also got the Su-85, so I think he's actually looking to flank the Elephant here, Vet 2. Just got such good opportunities to drive forward, very heavily protected because Axis are just so dense in the center now.
The enemy is taking our territory.
It's definitely looking like an Axis win at this point. They have got 42 VPs.
Yeah.
But they're looking pretty safe.
Interesting to see how one does not like to play with Hurricanes. It never goes with them.
Curie, the huge shots here. Stuka in, followed up by a Panzerwerfer barrage. Wipes the AT gun, it's not even able to be recrewed, and Von's gonna get an MG42 back off of Siberian that was lost earlier on in the game.
Oh, yep.
I like that a lot.
Company of indirect fire.
That's how we like it.
That's how we like it.
Stuka kills coming. Very impressive. What's the Elephant doing here? It's just like ground attacking for the Su-85, I think. I don't know what Angry Dutchman is doing at the moment. If you actually have a look at the tactical map, I mean, he's just completely isolated from his teammate. And I think he's trying to orchestrate like a flank deep behind enemy lines, but there's minefields there. He knows Siberian's been mining everything up, and also the engineers can't minesweep because they've just got to be repairing the vehicles constantly.
Yeah.
This is a huge Stuka strike again. Elpern, too bunched up there. I think he's really struggling right now. You can sense the desperation as they're just trying to... Oh my god, did I just see that? Was that an entire squad of shocks down to one Brunda?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful hit. Yeah, allies here definitely losing a bit of synergy.
Yeah.
Enemy forces are securing
I mean, they were not able to make a ram one time, I think, so... No way. IL-2 bombing strike. Look at the Angry Dutchman's fuel, 335.
Sib's also pop capped at the moment, so stacking a bit of manpower. Sib's played very, very well in this game.
Yeah, definitely.
As an austere player, like, you know, to play well with support weapons, lay minefields, telemines, bunkers, like, austere is that kind of gameplay, and he's played it very, very well, right from the start.
Yep. In my opinion, he should consider getting a Ren or a Pentagram. Like he wanted to, but then he stopped it. He has 800 manpower. So that is something that they should, because I think VonIvan doesn't have much.
What's the Stuka on now? Vet 4, 85 kills.
Enemy down to 100 points.
Goes for another Panzer 4, okay.
This is interesting. Allies have actually now started to work together, and they're grouping up a lot. This is dangerous because of the Panzerwerfers. I think we're going to see Panzerwerfers on top of these two AT guns. The positioning isn't good here. Actually, both of them are going to go down. It's huge. But I think they're trying to work together through the center. If they're going to attack face on, it isn't going to work. They were having a much better time when they were flanking, but it's a lot to keep on top of. Great use of the Panzer IV. They're actually destroying the AT guns so they can't be recruit. Crippling for the Soviets. What do you reckon, Kirahi? Can we see 100+ kills on the Stuka today?
Guys, what do you think in chat?
The enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings.
Depends if Siberian leaves any infantry left for Von to target. Here comes the ram. I think we're going to see a ram rocket. We sure will. This one should actually get the kill on the Panzer IV, but of course we have to throw the T-34 to get this. So yeah, Panzer IV is going to get away. Gutting, really, for Elpern. He's just lost the Maxim squad as well. He's got next to nothing left on the field. I think actually having just lost the Su-85 in the center, they're going to be very, very close to throwing in the towel. If they don't, it's only because Angry Dutchman has some units left to play with. Seriously? Serious? Wait, what happened?
What?
The ISU just went down. I'm pretty sure the elephant just like ground attacked or something. Can't even bombing run on top of the Panzer IV. It's messy. The game just got really, really messy, you know. But I think Angry Dutchman, these guys are just. Hit that point where they're like, okay, this is over. Let's see what we can do. I don't know what the goal is here on the right hand side. Nope, they're not going to even try it. Dutchman and Elpern surrender, which means it's 2-1 in the series to Siberian and VonIvan. GG, and a good first showing on this new map from Rosbone.
Definitely, yep.
Right, Kirahi, well, this series is going on and on. And actually, I have to say that Von and Sib did really well then. A great start to the game. Absolutely, like, perfectly executed.
Dominated them, and then the middle game was then bad again, and then Sib was... A lot of people said in chat that Sib was carrying.
Well, absolutely, because Von typically at 9 minutes lost everything. It's the same as every other game that we've cast today. Lost first squad, second squad. So yeah, like absolutely.
But one
very
thing when you say that, but I think that as well that the walking Stuka from Von did amazing job. I mean,
yeah,
he did his part. Yeah, I mean,
it's
I
the
would
only
say that
reason
as well.
Von has a positive KD. You know.
Yes. But no, I mean, great game, and yeah, we saw an elephant countering the ISU in a way, and the Brumbar played very well with the Brumbar. Really great game there.